right, so it's Buda and Beard here, and we're with one of our all-star artists. His name is
Kevin Pullen.
Kevin. And what is your medium? What do you?
Well, I'm a sculptor, but I like drawing and painting a lot. And so, sometimes you get involved with stuff you have no business getting involved with just because you like it. And so I cross between the canvas and pastels and sculpture.
Awesome. And is this something that you've done for all your life, or?
I've always drawn and always painted, but the sculpture, that started in kindergarten, literally.
Really?
And it's the same clay I use now, it's plastiline. I used to just polarize that stuff in kindergarten because that's what the teacher had out there, and she kind of knew. So she let me stay there and do that. At the end of the year, she gave me this great big grocery bag to take home. So, you get that bag in kindergarten, you take it home for your parents. Open the bag up, it was all the clay. She did. She knew at 5 years old that I was going to be a sculptor.
That's a good teacher.
Yeah, she was real. Miss Johnson was real.
That's a good teacher.
And now, speaking about teaching, you're an excellent art teacher.
Well, I get the privilege to do that because, I was in the airline business for a lot of years, and if you remember back in the late 80s and 90s, that wasn't a healthy line of work. So I was with 3 airlines, all 3 of them went under. So I went back to kind of forge the way to do teaching, and 25 years later, there you are.
Teaching for 25 years. Are you teaching at high school, middle school?
Currently, I teach middle school.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah, I teach middle school. I have taught high school and mostly high school, although I have done kindergarten to college.
Ooh, I did youth ministry with high school students, but I used to coach basketball back in the day, and I had middle schoolers. Man, I wanted to hit them with a skillet sometimes.
You're working with a population that sometimes that population, their bread's not baked yet.
Oh my God, you're so right.
It's just not there. You can't tell by looking all the time. But you just kind of go through your first grade, and you have a lot of faith in them growing up and then kind of getting where they got to go in the next step. Someday you got to shepherd them through the day.
Yes.
And some days they got to shepherd you through the day.
That is so true. And you're here supporting Glynn Visual Arts?
Yes, I'm a fan of Glynn Visual. We've done a lot together. I was on the board for a lot of years, and I still turn up for an event. If they call me for an event, I'm there. It's a wonderful art organization, in a community-based arts organization.
It is. It's great. We had them on our podcast a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And it was a great time, and that's what kind of got us here.
Yes.
And because Mike and I are both big on the arts. The Beard and I are both big in arts. Acting. I definitely appreciate, the fine arts of the paint.
And I appreciate it. My kids appreciate it. We got Gabby and Tony.
Yeah, see, I had all of them. And that's one of the nice things when you get kids like that. It's like, okay, there's a threshold they can really do this. And so it kind of gives me some space with other kids, and not kind of saying, hey, you got to do like so-and-so.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is what can be done where you are. Yeah. So they don't look at me and say, oh, well, you're older. You've been doing it a lot. When they see kind of peer process there, and without envy, without judgment, they just kind of say, hey, that could be the potential. That could be it.
Yeah.
That really helped a lot. I was really, really happy having your kids.
Thank you. And they were happy to have you.
Yeah.
Because I know the art programs in schools were kind of struggling or not there.
Yeah.
And then when you came in to have the art program, and Gabby she took to it.
I was glad we had right time and right place to be able to do that, because the building had not had an art program for a while.
Yeah.
For a good while.
That's sad, because I think, it's very, very important for kids to have that part of their education. The creativity, to allow the creativity to grow a little bit. Because
you do.
You can't get creative in math.
Yeah, you have to have a class somewhere where 2 and 2 doesn't equal 4.
Right.
And you can kind of redefine what it does equal when you augment it this way and do that. And art's one of those places. Art's one of those processes that they can do that. And you got to kind of also give them the license to understand that everybody really is an artist. That's not a cliche phrase.
Yeah.
We all have an obligation to kind of shape the world and shape a message of some sort in a language other than the one we just speak.
I 100% agree. Is there any place we can see some of your work?
Online is probably better right now. I've got some work in Charleston at a museum there, the Gift Museum. They're hosting stuff. I have a show coming up. Well, not a show. It's a participation in that same show going to Hampton University. And I have a piece, God, thank you, Jesus, was donated to Hampton on on behalf of the Persian Rifle Organization to their museum at Robert Abbott, one of the locals here from St. Simon.
And what's your website? So if people listening.
www.kevinpullen.com.
Awesome. All right, I'm definitely going to check it out. I definitely appreciate art, and sculpting is kind of one of the lost arts almost, don't you think?
It is. There's not a lot of us out there. They're really not. And definitely less of the true sculptors who take that chisel and hammer and bang.
The big old Michelangelo style, right?
Dude, one small move like that, and you got an ashtray.
You can't use those as much as you want. Either, but that's all I remember when I was going in art. Like when I was a kid going through art, like let's just make ashtray.
They're flawed. If it didn't do anything else, at least you can catch a few smoke ashes or something. Now you're right. Now you can't go there. But I'm a modeler. Most of my work in sculptures clay. Got some interesting stuff coming up that I'm really, really very privileged to be able to do.
All right, that's awesome.
Sculpting is a privilege because there's not many of us. There's not so much on a consumer level that we see it. So when we do get people that are ready to sponsor it, ready to do it, ready to kind of come together for it, it really works all on sides.
Awesome. That's great. Check out this website and buy some of his art because we've been watching you do some sketching over here, and that's really, really cool.
I hope I get some more people over there. If you guys want to come over and be the next contestants on the Sketches Right, we can make that work. We can make that work.
You should do it. You should do it.
You should probably do something like that.
Go. Okay, I'm good if you aren't. Tell me when, I'll have you.
Whenever you want to do it,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
Let's do it.